Let's start with the beginning. Hello, good evening, good morning. It's 11 a.m. here where I am, so I know it's evening for you, Victoria. I don't know for Samsung. Would you like to put in the chat, everybody, somebody, where you're from? Yes, we have a chat here. Yeah. There's Simona. Hi. Hey, Christina. So we have many people for which it's evening now. Yay. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for joining. Yeah. I'm Dr. Christina Corban, and I'm Talk to the Entities facilitator. Elena from Senegal. That's cool. Hi. Hi, Elena. Thank you for chatting with us. Okay. Oh, I see. Marianne. Cool, cool. So I'm curious, what brings you here? Infinite possibilities with entities? What could that be? Hi, Brenda. Oh, come on, don't shy away. Come back in. Yeah. Infinite possibilities with entities. Well, as a certified facilitator, Talk to the Entity certified facilitator, I'm using the tools of Access Consciousness. I wonder if there's anyone here who's new to Access Consciousness. Yes, is there anyone who did not hear the clearing statement? You're new, Elena, cool. Have you heard of the clearing statement in Access? Yes? Hi, Cara. Curiosity, Victoria. Thanks, Victoria. Yeah, let's see. Who would like to say something? Who would like to say if they have heard of the Access clearing statement? So the clearing statement goes like this. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, call, nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Sounds like gibberish talk. Sounds very interesting. And well, I've been using it for a while and functions really interesting in changing energies. But that's just one of the tools of Access Consciousness. And we will be using it today, probably. You're a BARS practitioner, Elena, so you do know a lot about the clearing statement. Cool, congratulations. You're a BARS practitioner in Senegal? Wow, nice. What else is possible? Let's talk about entities. Vivian, I wonder if you have any questions or anything. I'm really curious. What brings you here? Curiosity, invitation from Victoria, and what else? There's a great question in Access. What do you know you're pretending not to know and denying that you know? And everything that is really discerned and created. Right, wrong, good, bad, papa, call, natures, boys and beyond. And another one is how much energy are you using to block the awareness you actually have, right? And when Victoria and we basically co-created this event, Victoria and I, when we talk about entities, are we really talking only about ghosts? I mean, I don't know where your mind goes when we talk about entities, but most people are going to spooky stories. And is that all it is, or there's more to it, or could be more to it? Is this couch an entity? Can I have an awareness of it, a contribution with it, for it, to gift and receive with it, or to communicate with it? What else? A business, a project? Actually, if we look at the definition, entity is that which is perceived or known or inferred to have its own physical existence, living or not non-living. Or a business entity, it's an entity as well, right? What if you could actually communicate with all entities? And how much are you open to your awareness if you block of the awareness of all the communication of all things with you, if you're busy blocking the awareness of ghosts? Can you then easily communicate with your pet or with your business or with the project? And this is something that Talk to the Entities enhanced so much in my life with all the clearings and all the information that's in the Talk to the Entities, which is mostly about let's say about ghosts and stuff, but not only. Being open to that actually cleared the blockages, the walls I've been putting to everything else. When you put the wall, you don't put it just for that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that you choose not to be aware of. So much more unconsciousness actually being chosen by unwillingness to look in certain places. And the beauty of it is you're not the ones that are unwilling to look at this because you're here. So let's see, I would love to, if you have, how do you put down the wall? Let's do it right now. Just push down your barriers. Ask all the barriers that you have for your awareness to just push it down. And it might not feel as anything. It doesn't have to feel as anything. But check with yourself. Are you more willing to receive? And then another way of putting down a wall. So one thing is to just, you can even see yourself just pushing down your barriers. And another thing that you can do is to just expand out. Expand out, and you can go like room, city, you can go really fast and expand out quickly. Far, 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 far. And wherever you go, there you are. Can you then be separate from those entities, actually? And something else with the walls, you got to acknowledge that you being here shows you need to acknowledge yourself for not being as solid as many people are, just blocking. They don't even want to hear, they don't even want to go anywhere near the idea. Do you have those walls? No, you're here, you're willing to look at it. So yeah. And another question you can ask is, how does it get better? How does it get better? How can I be more vulnerable with this? it's in the vulnerability that you actually open to receive, and you don't need the walls. And now, would an infinite being need the wall? Would an infinite being need to protect itself from something? Or not? What came to me right now is like, you see, you know, like a lion in the jungle, or just a lion, just relaxed, no barriers. Who would put up with that creature? Does that make sense? Yeah. When you have to protect or bring up a wall is when you actually start to function from the premise that you're less than whatever you're protecting yourself from. And this is another gift from the Talk to the Entities classes and body of work. Shannon O'Hara has developed this Talk to the Entities classes. And she has a book, Talk to the Entities. Even reading the book itself helps increase your awareness of everything, not only just ghosts and spooks and stuff, but of everything. And what was I saying? Something. Yeah. When you feel the need to protect yourself, you come from the premise that you're less than. And with the Talk to the Entities, my favorite thing is, who's the dominant entity in your life? When you choose to be the dominant entity in your life, everything changes. Everything changes. Then you're not afraid of anything. Or you're not the effect of anything. And then, starting from the Talk to the Entities, I started applying this in life in my family, in my business, it seeps into everything. When you choose to be the dominant entity, you got to start to look at what's your reality. What do you actually choose? What would you like to see? What would you like to create? And talking about the definitions, I have here clearing. How many definitions of you have you created that are actually creating the limitation of you? Everything that is times a gazillion. Only discern and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nice, shorts, boys and beyonds. So Elena, does this answer your question about the wall? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Any other questions?
I would like to ask something.
Yes.
So when you increase the awareness of entities, what do you do with this?
Ooh, what would you like to do with this?
I don't know.
Let's pretend for a second that you would know. What would you like to do with this?
To contribute, probably to receive contribution and contribute back. To have this gift and receiving in between.
Nice. I wonder if you, who from here knows the clearings for the entities in Access? You probably do know, Victoria, right?
I know this.
So even before this call, I started perceiving this. I mean, there's a great celebration. We're not just these people that we see here, is not just us. There's so much more going on. Oh, here's my chimes. When we're willing to open up to this, yes, we are a contribution, and we are also facilitating the entities that are ready to move on and they're fixed. How are they fixed? They're fixed in a point of view. They have a fixed point of view, that a fixed identity, either that they are something, or they have a job, or something like that. And when you have a fixed point of view, you cannot move past that. So see, interesting point of view. I have this point of view, how that can actually be a tool that you can use and help you beyond this lifetime. Sometimes I'm more aware of entities when I wake up from sleeping. Is there where I really don't have walls? Exactly, Elena. Exactly. That's exactly where you don't have walls. And that's why many people say that entities come to them at night. Is just because at night they don't have the same walls and barriers, and it's easier for the entities to reach them. So let's, for all the entities that are here with us right now, and ask for those that really to go, really to, that are ready to move on. Okay, and let's do the clearings. Just a few of us here. Okay. The clearings consist of a series of questions. So let's start. All of you, who are you? Who are you before that? 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 Who will you be in the future? What is your job here? What was your job before that? 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 And before that, and before that? And what will your job be in the future? What are you? What were you before that? 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 And before that, and before that? And what will you be in the future? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all nations, boys and beyond. So, are you the same or different? You just perceive. I'm thinking sometimes, I should get your attention of how you feel before the clearings and after the clearings. And then here I am at the end of the clearing. How do you feel? Are you different? Sometimes I just start laughing, and then I'm like, is this mine, or is it the joy and the gratitude that I'm perceiving from helping them move on? So many things we make ours and they're not. Yes, more life. Yeah. It's like, what if this isn't mine? What if that idea is not mine? Who does this belong to? Tools of access. Who does this belong to? And we sometimes think that, for instance, communicating with entities, be it a ghost or be it a business, has to be like this voice in your head or something. But what if it's not? What if it's like your own idea is so close that you make it yours? But what if it isn't? So how do you know? You ask, is this mine? And then you start laughing. Exactly. Yeah, and if it gets light, like laughing is light, it's not yours. Right? Yeah. So here's a little bit of challenge for you all. Get this clearings of entities and just do it every day for a week, let's say, and see what happens. See if you like it. And this is the clearings for entities, and I've been using it for other things as well. You can use this also for, like, let's say, a project. What are you? Let's say you have a stuck project or something that it doesn't move the way, whatever, pock and the expectations. But like something has to change there. And try out, who are you? Who were you before that? What is your job here? What was your job before that? That kind of takes away the fixed point of view that something needs to be somehow, the fixed point of view and the expectations. It's almost like the interesting point of view. It's like all of a sudden everything is more malleable and it can change. What are the possibilities? What is possible? I never considered possible. So I wonder, do you have any questions? Oh. Oh. Meanwhile, I'm yawning. Oh, come on, someone.
Hello, yeah, I have a question.
Hi, Claudia.
Claudia,
Yes.
Claudia, yes. And I think entities keep waking me up at night, usually between 2 and 4 o'clock sometimes. I ask them, folks, please let me sleep tonight. And so far, entities haven't been a topic for me. I think that's coming up now.
Oh,
Oh dear.
yeah.
I asked them, yeah, don't wake me up, but I don't think I'm too successful. Any tip from you?
So this is something that we learn in the Talk to the Entities classes, and is like, if you establish business hours every day, they come to you at night because that's when you're more open. And I have a question for you. Truth, do you have abilities with entities?
Yes.
Yes.
Wouldn't have thought that, but I get a yes.
Yeah. And are you using them?
No.
So, see, if you allow yourself to start using them and start doing these office hours every day when you're awake, you know, at first you may have like many entities around you that they know, you know, and they know that you have abilities with entities. And when you start using this and utilizing the tools, you know, and doing the clearings are very simple. Just these 3 questions: who are you, what are you, and what is your job? And then take it in the past and then in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Let's do it again for you and your people. Truth, who are you? Truth, who are you before that? Truth, who are you before that? Truth, who are you before that, and before that, and before that, and truth, who will you be in the future? What is your job here? Truth, what was your job before that? What was your job before that? What was your job before that, and before that, and before that? And truth, what will your job be in the future? Truth, what are you? Truth, what were you before that? Truth, what were you before that? Truth, what were you before that, and before that, and before that? And truth, what will you be in the future? Right, wrong, good, bad, path, buckle, nice shorts, boys and beyonds. And then make this commitment with yourself to do this every day when you're awake. And then when you go to sleep, be very clear with them. Okay. Hey guys, I'm not gonna talk to you ever if you wake me up at night. Come during the business hours at 10 a.m. or at 9 p.m. or whatever. Establish for yourself. And when I say business hour, does not mean that you have to take an hour of your day, but sometimes it could be 10 minutes when you commute to work or something, you know, when you drink your coffee in the morning or something, you can, and you tell them, leave me alone, don't wake me up, or, you know, and you have to make this choice on yourself to be like, I'm the dominant entity, and if you fuck with me, goodbye. I'm not gonna play with you anymore. You have to find someone else or somebody else. If you have anything, if there's anything I can assist you with, come during the business hours. Business hours could be 10 minutes again. And the brilliance, really brilliance of the Talk to the Entities is that it clarifies so much what you can do with entities. It's only 3 things. You can clear, you can communicate, and you can receive. And most of the work, so to speak, is in clearing. It's in taking them out of the fixed points of view. And when they're out of fixed points of view, they just go someplace else, you know, they're like, whew, into the
Okay.
and clear. And initially it could be that you need to clear and clear and clear and clear and clear, and it may seem like, is this never gonna end? But it does. The more you do it, and especially if you're committed to do it, and then you become the clearing. And in many ways you are the clearing already, you know, but this thing with yourself, this commitment, this ask of yourself to assist in this way might bring way more clarity for you and for them. And then you do like I do, you know, like I just start giggling. It's just really perceiving and receiving the gratefulness. It's like something all of a sudden gets, whew, and I get to receive that joy, you know, and well, you know how it is when you're more joyful. It's like everything is different in your life. So clear, communicate, receive. So you might just need to clear and clear and clear and clear. And then what's not cleared, then you go into communicating. And receiving is the advanced thing. And a lot about this, we talk about, so there are different talk to the entities classes. There are intro classes, which is like a 2-3 hour class, 2.5 hour class, about the basics in the talk to the entities. And then in the beginning class, it's a 2-day class. There's a lot of information about types of I mean, really many information and many clearings. So at the end of the class, actually, this like, after having run all those clearings into in the class, so much is shifting. What kind of entities are there? How to communicate? There's a chart how to communicate. And the way to communicate really, well, if you hear voices, that's one thing. But if you don't, you may think you don't know how to communicate. But what if you do? What if it's that communication is different for you?
I mean, they wake me up at night and I'm not sure what to make of it. Sometimes I wonder, do you want to tell me something? And once I got, all will be fine. Because at the moment it was a tough time to fix the finances for my house. It's more complicated than it should be. And but I got, everything will be fine. And that was pretty much it.
Isn't that sweet?
I wake me up for that every night.
And was that beyond the words? Did you get an energy with it?
No. As I said, this is just the beginning for me. I think the topic of entities is coming up now, and I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah. So, well, you don't know what to do with it, really. Yeah. Are you becoming more aware overall?
Yes.
And when you say that's all you got, and I ask you if you get an energy, now I invite you, beyond the words that you get that energy, that, and allow yourself to receive it. And don't expect to feel like anything. Just like push down your walls and barriers to it, and receive that.
I get satisfaction and love.
Sorry?
I get satisfaction and love.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See? And those are also energies and contribution that you are receiving. And the more you're aware and the more you acknowledge what you're receiving, the more you open yourself more to receiving. You know how that goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny. I have a feeling 2020 will cover the topic of entities a bit more.
Where are you, Claudia?
Thank you.
Where are you?
And now I'm in Germany.
Where in the world? In Germany. Okay. Your name is a little bit French, is it? Like Victoria's, but Victoria's in UK.
Well, I actually live in the part of Germany that is at the border to France and Luxembourg, and the name is on both sides of the border.
All
I
right.
can't tell you if it's German, French, or whatever.
Okay, okay. Well, we're gonna have a talk to the entity class in the south of UK in April, and their talk to the entities classes everywhere. I highly recommend them. Highly
Yes,
recommend.
I guess that's one of the next one I need to attend.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll watch out for a date that fits.
yeah. So
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for the question, and thank you so much for the contribution. I received too that energy, you know.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, anyone else has anything, a question or something would like to ask? Barriers. Let me run a couple of clearings here about the barriers. What stupidity are you using to not be the infinite being you are choosing? Everything that is will discern uncreated times a gazillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, path, call, nine, short, space, and beyond. Thank you so much, Victoria, for posting that that link there. And what stupidity are you using to create the barriers you are choosing? Everything that is times a gazillion will discern uncreated times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, papa, call, nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And it's like, stupidity sometimes sounds so harsh in a way, but brings up the energy. So like, what stupidity are you using to create the barriers? Would an infinite being really have a need for barriers, or is it when you have to make yourself unconscious to be like, oh no, I'm so small and pathetic and I need to protect myself of everything else? So that's a stupidity. And when we say, what stupidity are you using? G comes up the energy, right? Right, on, good, bad, all nice, shorts, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital about being the barriers to talking to the entities and the magic of you that keep you creating the solidity of barriers from being and keeps you from creating a totally different reality? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, I would love more questions. No, don't ask questions. Do not ask a question. Yeah. Infinite possibilities with entities. What are the infinite possibilities with entities? What kind of entities would you like more possibilities with?
So
Yeah.
when you are talking about possibilities with entities, this is to do with this awareness, what we spoke just before, isn't it? So the more we are aware of them, then the more we can receive and then the more is possible.
And now ask it again.
I think I'm trying to understand what are the possibilities with entities. Or are they coming from our awareness? So that the more we are aware, the more is possible.
Well, is it Do your possibilities increase with awareness? Yes or no?
I get a no.
No? Okay. So possibilities do not increase with awareness? So you know what you know for you.
Yeah.
That's why access is so different than anything else. It's not like I know and you don't. You know what you know and I know what I know, and each one of us know what we know, and access empowers you to know that you know. Sometimes though, what you know in one point in time, it's influenced by the points of view you have. So all the points of view you have about awareness, will you destroy and create them?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nice, shorts, ways, and beyonds. And all the points of view you have about possibilities, will you destroy and create it?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nice, shorts, ways, and beyonds. Thank you, Elena. I've seen your question, and I'm gonna come back to you. I had something going on with me very recently regarding possibilities. You know, like the choice, good choice, bad choice, judgment, so on and so forth. When you're trying to make a right choice, actually, you're limiting all the other possibilities. And at some point, it occurred to me like, so I'm not trying to make a right choice. I'm not trying to make the wrong choice. What if there's something available that I have never been aware of? And to me, that just kind of all of a sudden changed so much. It took me beyond the right and wrong and good and bad and all of that we're so accustomed to, and the fact that I know, into the question, what if there's something more that I'm not even aware of? And as my awareness increases continuously, I need to ask for allowance to increase. As my awareness increases, Michael is moving next to me here.
I'm heading after firewood.
Okay, bye. So is my awareness of the possibilities, and infinite possibilities is literally infinite possibilities. So to me personally, more awareness really is more possibilities, and the talk to the entities really enhances my awareness of everything. I go for a walk and I'm perceiving and communicating with the road, with the trees, with the plants. I was home alone for a couple of days. I had so many wild animals coming around me. Was something else, even donkey from the neighbor's. I never saw that before now. And it's like, wow. And that's just barriers down possibilities and willingness to receive and communicate with everything. And to me, it's more possibilities, really. And what else is actually possible? Question, it's always opens the door to the infinite possibilities. And the thing with the infinite possibilities is like never ends. Okay, we got there. Goodbye. Yeah. Whereas the awareness, on the other hand, we as infinite being, we perceive, we know, we be, and we receive everything. And we know, which is awareness, infinite awareness. But this is where we use that stupidity to make us unaware. And it's in the opening of the awareness that we actually get to perceive the infinite being we truly be and open ourselves to infinite possibilities and receiving and perceiving and knowing and all of that. Oh, beauty. Elena, I will know to know how to perceive entities during the day. You'd like to know probably, right? How to perceive entities during the day. So first of all, ask yourself, how am I actually perceiving entities? What if your perception of entities is completely different than anything you've heard or seen on TV or something? What if for you, what if right now you are perceiving entities, you just don't know that you are? You're pretending not to know that you are. You know, for me, and this is a whole discussion, entity awareness can have different symptoms. Sometimes our bodies are more aware, you know, and we get symptoms of entity awareness. For me, for example, a pressure on my head, it's a sign of entity awareness. Or when I get bloated, or when I get like kind of sleepy and I need to go to sleep. To me, that's entity awareness. And it's not to say that every time I have that, that's entity awareness. You have to ask, because you know in the moment, am I actually aware of entity? Is this a headache or I'm aware of something? Is it entity or something else? What am I aware of here? And you can ask yourself right now, am I perceiving entities right now? Yes or no? And see what's lighter. Is it yes or is it no? See? Yeah, you are perceiving. And then go, okay, what am I perceiving here? Huh. And allow yourself, I mean, really, when you start judging if it's not enough or it should be like in Supernatural or something, you know, movies spoiled it for us so much, then it's really interesting. What if your perception of entities is very, very different? And when you're not judging it, and you understand that it's a process of increasing your awareness, the more you acknowledge, the more you're perceiving. And like right now, I ask you, are you perceiving entities right now? And you said yes. Maybe you do know exactly what you're perceiving, but maybe you're not cognitively aware. You just know that you are perceiving them. And that acknowledgement will open you up toward more awareness. You know, it's like using a muscle, getting better and better at trusting your knowing, at acknowledging your knowing, and at utilizing your awareness. For instance, if I ask you to, let's do this exercise, all of you. And this is another place where Talk to the Entities is so beautiful, because you have to know what you know. Nobody else can ever tell you anything. I mean, they can tell you, but if you listen to them before you listen to you, guess who's screwed there? You know, you need to listen to yourself and trust what you know. Nobody knows what you know. Okay, so close your eyes. And allow yourself to just perceive right now one entity in your proximity. Where is that entity? Don't go to your mind, just allow, it's like your eyes would go someplace. Okay, now open your eyes. You already know, you have to know, this is so quick, you already know. Now the question is, are you gonna doubt that it's there? Are you gonna doubt that it's actually something given there? Or are you gonna know that you know, and yeah, what else is possible and how does it get better? And how much more can I perceive and receive? Yeah. So, yeah, and invite them during the day to interact with you, not during the night. Pretend that you're the mother and they're the children. They have to listen to you. Or you're gonna ban them. And you can literally ban them. I mean, you have to like with, and this is another thing, beautiful thing that you learn in Talk to the Entities. You have to ask. You have to ask entities to get out of your room. Hey, get out of the room. Get away from my computers and electronics. Sometimes when you have a Zoom or something, they kind of mess with you. The electricity is very easy for them to interact with. It's not as so sometimes you can see that technology stuff is not working as smoothly as they used to. And if you can ask a question, is this entities? Oh, move away from my computer. Move away from, or you invite them out of the house, out of your room when you sleep, of your bedroom, and inviting your team of beings that are there for you to snuggle you when you sleep. What do you know you're pretending not to know? And denying that you know. And this is a great, great exercise that you can do. Like, ask yourself, if I knew, what would I know here? What do I actually know? Ask yourself right now, why am I actually here? What do I actually know about this? What else is possible? And Claudia, if you plan on taking some Talk to the Entity classes, ask the entities to contribute to you financially or energetically in any other way to get you to the classes.
Cool tip. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody has a question? Elena, thank you so much for your contribution with the questions. Can you see how questions actually contribute in creating and bringing up stuff for everybody here? And Claudia and Victoria and everybody else who's here with us for this exploration in the infinite possibilities with entities. And also I invite you after we are done here, just look around you and see everything you're surrounded by as an entity. They have an energy. A chair, one chair has a different energy than another chair. Perceive that. Are you aware of that, Elena, during the day? You know, and practice that will make your awareness so much more acute, like, oh, yeah, this shoe feels different than another shoe. This table has a different energy than this couch, you know? Perceive those subtleties. And then, even a step beyond that would be like, interact with it. Ask the chair beneath your butt to contribute to your body, to be softer, to gift and receive with your body. Do it right now. See if it's different. What are the infinite possibilities with entities? With your house, with your business, with the little children entities. What what that everything. Yeah, cool. Thank you again, and you're invited to access classes everywhere. Actually, it's been a great global foundation with 3,000 people all over the planet. Wow, I'm so happy. And their Talk to the Entities classes, I have a couple coming up. I have one in Beaverton, Oregon in about 2 weeks, another one in Romania in about a month, and another one in UK in the beginning of end of March, beginning of April. And what else is possible? Where else would you like me to go? And what other facilitators can you go to? And communicate with the classes you'd like to attend. Those are entities too, and they can contribute to you and you to them. What else is actually possible? That's a great question. Don't do the office hours. Kidding, I'm kidding. Yeah, what would it take? What would it take? Thank you. Bye. Bye, Cara. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you all. Have a great evening. Good night. Get those entities out of your bedrooms. And let's change the world of entities, okay? Have a great life. Bye.